What's up YouTube? I'm Choctopus checking in with another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate video. Time is running out. We have exactly 2 weeks from the time that I'm recording this until we have the game playable in our hands. So we're almost at the finish line, people. We're almost there. I'm really pumped. The GameStop that I pre-ordered at is doing a midnight release and a tournament, so I'm excited to participate in that. And in a quick bit of news, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate not only became the best-selling Super Smash Bros. Game of all time, but also the #1 sold Switch game. So that's awesome. I'm really excited for the game to drop because we're going to be pumping out a ton of content on it. I already have some things planned out. And if you are new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button because there's going to be a lot of Smash content coming from this channel. If you want to take the extra step to hit that bell so you get a notification since YouTube is sometimes broken, please feel free to do so as well. And lastly, feel free to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below. I'm pretty active there. I'm tweeting about Smash pretty often, almost daily at this point, so check me out on Twitter as well. Today's video is a follow-up to, not my last video where I spoke about character rosters, but it is a follow-up to the video I did ranking all Final Smashes in the game that was completely based on how cool I thought they were, but today we're going to dive into the facts. We're going to talk about the origin of every single Final Smash in the game. While Mario Finale hasn't changed much since Brawl, Mario launches a barrage of fireballs that travel across the screen, and it's not confirmed, but the attack vaguely resembles his late-game move, Ultra Flame, from Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. DK throws a barrage of punches, and then he beats his chest afterwards. This is a reference to Donkey Kong Jungle Beat when you fight a boss and you jump on them and you throw the same barrage of punches to do damage. In Breath of the Wild, Link acquires the Ancient Arrows from the Akala Ancient Tech Lab, which are known for dealing big damage to Guardians. In Link's Final Smash Ancient Arrow, Link pulls out his Ancient Bow and fires an Ancient Arrow, hitting anyone in its line of sight. Samus fires a huge beam from her arm that deals massive damage to anyone in its way, and Zero Laser is actually a unique move to Smash, but takes inspiration from Samus's Hyper Mode state in the Metroid Prime series. Dark Samus has the same Final Smash, but it's been recolored to complement Dark Samus's darker palette. Yoshi's Final Smash is a callback to the Super Smash Bros. Melee opening where a herd or a gaggle or a stampede of Yoshi, whatever the group name is, charge down a hill and trample their enemy. They don't trample their enemy in the Super Smash Bros. Melee opening, but they do in the Final Smash. Kirby's Ultra Sword made its debut in Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Nintendo Wii, where he was able to gain super abilities by inhaling these super versions of enemies, and the Ultra Sword, just like in the game, will strike anyone in its way. Fox calls his Star Fox R-Wing Squadron that made its debut in Star Fox for the Super Nintendo, but became wildly popular when Star Fox 64 for the Nintendo 64 came out in 1997. Falco's flying pattern is a little bit different to match his unruly rogue flying style and attitude in the Star Fox franchise. Pikachu and Pichu's Volt Tackle was a physical electric type move that was created for Gen 3 and quickly became the signature move for Pikachu's evolution line. In order for Pichu to learn Volt Tackle, though, a Pikachu or Raichu must breed while holding a light ball. The Poltergust 5000, which was invented by Professor Egad, made its debut in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the Nintendo 3DS as an upgraded version of his classic Poltergust 3000, which came from the original Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. This vacuum creates a powerful suction to pull its enemies in and deal massive damage. This Final Smash sucks. Get it? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. PK Starstorm, or as it was referred to as Psy Starstorm in the US version, is an undodgeable attack that has been both used in Earthbound and Mother 3. Ness and Lucas use their psychic abilities to rain stars down on their enemies and deal screen-wide damage. The funny thing is, Ness and Lucas don't even use the attack in their respective games, but instead it's used by their party members Pooh and Kumatora. These characters were then added into Smash Ultimate to assist with the ability. Captain Falcon uses his Blue Falcon, which is the ship in every F-Zero game, which is in desperate need of a new entry to the franchise. Seriously, Nintendo, give us a new F-Zero game. This specific version of the Blue Falcon is from F-Zero GX for the Nintendo GameCube. Jigglypuff's Puff Up is not actually a move that's used by Jigglypuff in the mainline Pokemon games, but Jigglypuff as a balloon Pokemon has always been known for inflating when being upset or mad in the anime. Peach and Daisy's final smashes are also unique to the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, but take inspiration from other games. For example, the Peach drawings were inspired by Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS, and as for putting enemies to sleep, Peach had a similar ability in Super Mario RPG called Sleepy Time, and Daisy, being Peach's Echo Fighter, has been given a similar ability. Giga Bowser originated as a hidden boss in Super Smash Bros. Melee's Adventure Mode by beating it on a difficulty of normal or higher with no continues in under 18 minutes. And while Giga Bowser hasn't appeared in any actual Mario games, the inspiration is from fights involving Bowser growing in size like he did in Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. The Ice Climbers summon an iceberg that rises from the ground and covers the entirety of the stage, and while the mountain itself doesn't appear in Ice Climber for the NES, the enemies that inhabit it do, but the iceberg itself is a suitable final smash for Nana and Popo. Sheik's final smash takes inspiration from the mysterious shadow folk, the Sheikah tribe, that are in the Legend of Zelda franchise. The Triforce is made up of 3 pieces: Wisdom, Power, and Courage, and in the Legend of Zelda franchise, Zelda is known to be the holder of the Triforce of Wisdom, which was used to trap Ganon in Ocarina of Time, allowing Link to finish him off. Dr. Finale is a clone of Mario's Mario Finale, but replaced with large vitamin artworks and sound bits that can be found in the Dr. Mario games. Critical Hit is a popular mechanic in many role-playing games, but in the Fire Emblem series specifically, critical hits are known to deal upwards of triple or more damage and trigger a unique attack animation. The gauge that appears overhead is a nod to the enemy max health bars that appear in Fire Emblem games. Marth and Lucina's final smashes are a forward dash, while Roy stands still and creates a giant explosion with Ragnell. Triforce Slash is another final smash that was created solely for the Smash franchise, but takes inspiration from Link's battle against Ganon in various Legend of Zelda games, where he rushes him with a barrage of attacks and finishes him off with a piercing strike. Beast Ganon's first appearance was in the Legend of Zelda for the NES, but has made several appearances in other games in the franchise since. Ganondorf's final smash is a transformation of the Ocarina of Time incarnation of the Beast that charges across the screen and destroys anyone in its path. Psy Strike is Mewtwo's signature move that appeared for the first time in Gen 5, which was Pokemon Black and White, and it is learned upon reaching level 100. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mewtwo will Mega Evolve into Mega Mewtwo Y when using Psy Strike. In Fire Emblem Awakening, Chrom learns the Ether ability as a level 5 Great Lord. His final smash's voice line, Anything Can Change, pays homage to one of his voice lines that he recites when performing a critical hit in the same game. Mr. Game & Watch transforms into an octopus from the Game & Watch series game Octopus, where treasure hunting divers must avoid the creature's tentacles. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the transformation has the ability to grab hold of its opponents and drag them off screen. Meta Knight's final smash is Darkness Illusion. As a playable character in the recently released Kirby Star Allies for the Nintendo Switch, Meta Knight performs a move called Upper Caliber, which is similar to an uppercut strike followed by a barrage of lightning-infused slashes that takes some inspiration from Kirby Superstar Ultra. In Kid Icarus Uprising for the Nintendo 3DS, Pit must acquire the Lightning Chariot to break into Palutena's temple to save her after becoming possessed by the Chaos Kin. Pit must prove himself through 15 grueling floors to get to the Chariot Master, who he must race to get the chariot. With the Lightning Chariot, Pit is able to break through the barrier and free her. Dark Pit's final smash is a beam that is shot from a staff, which is one of the several classes of weapons used in Kid Icarus Uprising for the Nintendo 3DS. Staves are known for increased damage and are usually used to snipe enemies from afar. Zero Suit Samus calls in her gunship and fires what appears to be similar to a Zero Laser, just like Samus and Dark Samus, while standing on top of the gunship. Wario Man has made several appearances in the WarioWare series, specifically in WarioWare Twisted for the Game Boy Advance and WarioWare Touched for the Nintendo DS. Upon consuming rotten garlic, Wario transforms into the wackier version of himself, Wario Man, an alter ego with his own set of microgames. Snake's final smash begins by throwing a flare grenade similar to the way he does in Metal Gear Solid 5 to call in an airstrike via helicopter. One of the airstrike options in Metal Gear Solid 5 were homing missiles via FIM-92 Stinger. Mass DDD made his debut in Kirby Superstar Ultra in the sub-game Revenge of the King, and then reappeared in Kirby Triple Deluxe as a boss. One of his attacks is a spinning hammer attack, which is used in the final smash. Not much is really known about the origin of Rob's Super Diffusion Beam, but it's pretty badass. His final smash has changed a little bit since Smash 4, with what appears to be some kind of lock-on and increase in beam width. Ridley knocks his opponent into Samus's gunship and fires a deadly plasma breath beam that engulfs the enemy and the ship. A similar cutscene can be found in Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance. While Great Ether has never been used in the Fire Emblem series, Ike's mastery in Path of Radiance and Radiance Dawn is Ether, so that's probably where it comes from. The final smash is speculated to have taken some inspiration in the battle with Ashera, where Ike harnesses the power of the goddess Yun. Pokemon Trainer's final smash is Triple Finish, where Charizard, Ivysaur, and Squirtle combine 3 powerful type-based attacks: Hydro Pump, Solar Beam, and Fire Blast, which have appeared in every mainline Pokemon game since Red and Green. The It's Super Effective text overlay is a signature line when dealing bonus damage against a Pokemon of a weaker type. Diddy Kong's Rocket Barrel Barrage was his signature move in Donkey Kong 64, where he would hop into a barrel with his face on it and come out donning a jetpack and dual peanut pop guns. Diddy would have timed ability to then fly around and fire at enemies with his peanut pop guns. After collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds, Sonic has the ability to transform into Super Sonic, a golden form of Sonic that grants him a speed boost and invincibility. Super Sonic's first appearance was in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis in 1992, and just for those of you wondering, the Dragon Ball Z manga released the legendary Super Saiyan in 1991. Olimar's End of Day is a direct reference to the End of Day cycle for the Nintendo GameCube, where at the end of the day, Olimar gathers his Pikmin, or any Pikmin that he's collected, and flies off in his rocket ship, the SS Dolphin, leaving any Pikmin on the surface to be lunch for predators. Fun fact, the SS Dolphin is a reference to the GameCube's original name, the Dolphin. Aura Storm is another move that was created for the Super Smash Bros. Series that closely resembles Hyper Beam or a Kamehameha, which is very suiting considering Lucario is voiced by Sean Schemmel, the English voice actor for Goku. Fun fact, Star Wolf is made up of pilots Wolf, Pigma, Leon, and Andrew, and they are a team of bounty hunters that once worked under Andross. Their first appearance would have been Star Fox 2 if it had come out when it was originally intended to, but they eventually appeared in Star Fox 64 as Star Fox's rivals. While Villager and Isabel's final smashes aren't exactly the same, they're similar enough to be grouped together, because one of the major plot points in the Animal Crossing series is upgrading your house, and the Town Hall is the town's main building that can also be remodeled. Mega Man appears in 4 different forms from various games in the Mega Man franchise, including X from Mega Man X, Mega Man EXE from Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends, and Star Force Mega Man from Mega Man Star Force. Joining them for the first time are Proto Man, Mega Man's brother, who made his first appearance in Mega Man 3 as Breakman, and Bass, an imitation rival of Mega Man created by Dr. Wily, who made his first appearance in Mega Man 7. Wii Fit Trainer's final smash is Wii Fit, where he or she will use a barrage of poses that originate from the difficult real-life video game known as Yoga. But in all seriousness, Wii Fit's poses are ones that are performed in Wii Fit. In the Super Mario Galaxy games for the Nintendo Wii, Grand Stars are a type of Power Star that are found at the end of each world. Rosalina's Grand Star grows in size and deals AoE damage to anyone standing next to it. Gigamac's first appearance was in Punch-Out for the Nintendo Wii, where players in 2-player mode would be able to turn into Gigamac after landing enough targeted punches. Gigamac's attacks are stronger, but they are also slower. In Greninja's Secret Ninja attack, Greninja will use a mat block to knock his opponent up in the air, and then he will briefly transform into Ash's Greninja, which is a special type of Greninja that is modeled after Ash's Kalos outfit from the Pokemon anime, and then he performs a barrage of attacks in front of the moon. I'm going to group the 3 Mii fighters together because all of their final smashes were created for the Super Smash Bros. Series, obviously, but their inspiration derives from other characters' attacks, such as Ike's Great Ether, Wii Fit Trainer's Wii Fit, Samus's Zero Laser, and the list goes on. Palutena's Black Hole Laser is a combination of two major offensive powers in Kid Icarus Uprising for the Nintendo 3DS, which are Black Hole and Mega Laser. Mega Laser can be used in single or multiplayer, and Black Hole is only available in Together mode, a battle mode that allows 6 players to fight each other. Upon eating a Power Pellet and a Super Pellet, Pac-Man transforms into Super Pac-Man and gains the ability to eat other players. Super Pac-Man's size originates from the 1982 arcade game Super Pac-Man, where he gains size and speed upon eating 2 Power Pellets. When using Pair Up, Robin alongside Chrom from Fire Emblem Awakening team up to attack their enemies. And Chrom's portrait that appears when activating the Final Smash is actually his portrait from Awakening when activating a critical hit. In Xenoblade Chronicles, you can fill your party gauge by performing crits, and when all 3 party gauge bars are full, Shulk can perform a chain attack that stops time and unleashes a barrage of arts. In Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube, Bowser Jr. took the form of Shadow Mario in an attempt to fame Mario by defacing Isle Delfino with graffiti. The paintbrush that was used to create the giant X was actually invented by Professor Egad, who also invented Luigi's Poltergust 3000 and Poltergust 5000. Duck Hunt's Final Smash is actually a combination of 3 popular light gun games that utilize the NES Zapper, including Duck Hunt, Hogan's Alley, and Wild Gunman. Ryu and Ken are 2 of the most famous characters from the Street Fighter franchise, and not only share the same moves, but also have 2 Final Smashes each. Ryu's Shinku Hadouken made its debut in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, but didn't actually receive a name until Street Fighter Alpha. And unlike Ryu's signature Hadouken, the Shinku Hadouken hits multiple times. Ryu's second Final Smash, the Shin Shoryuken, was first used in Street Fighter 3 as Ryu's second super attack that was taught to him by his master Goken. The Shin Shoryuken in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate borrows some inspiration from Street Fighter 4's KO screen. Ken's first Final Smash, the Shin Ryuken, was introduced in Street Fighter Alpha as an exclusive to Ken's moveset. His second Final Smash, the Shippu Jinrai Kyaku, and I apologize if I butchered the hell out of that, was an additional super attack that was added to Street Fighter 3. In Ken's Ultimate Reveal trailer, his fight against Little Mac vaguely references the famous Final Evo 2004 match where Daigo beats Justin Wong by parrying and winning with the Shippu Jinrai Kyaku. In Final Fantasy VII, Omni Slash was the optional 15-hit final limit breaker that Cloud learned after beating Gold Saucer's Battle Square, with the downward slash at the end of it being taken from the Kingdom Hearts series. And spoiler alert, if you haven't played this 20-year-old game yet, Cloud also famously uses Omni Slash to defeat Sephiroth at the end of Final Fantasy VII, whether or not you learn it. Corrin's Torrential Roar is another move that is unique to the Super Smash Bros. Series, but is speculated to take some inspiration from a female Fire Emblem character, Azora, who also uses hydrokinesis. Corrin also possesses Anakos' ability to manipulate water in Fire Emblem Fates. Bayonetta summons one of her infernal demons, Gamora, Devourer of the Divine, which is the main attack used to finish off large opponents. The QuickTime event gauge triggered in the Final Smash is actually modeled after the one seen in Bayonetta 2. Inklings use the Killer Whale, a special weapon that was introduced in the first Splatoon that releases high-powered sound waves. The weapon was actually removed from Splatoon 2, but can be seen being used by Pearl at the end of the Octo expansion. Grand Cross's first appearance was in Castlevania Rondo of Blood as an item crash attack. The move is actually hard to pull off because of the amount of resources needed to cast it, and Richter has been able to use the attack in every game he's appeared in, while Simon has actually never used Grand Cross in any of the mainline Castlevania games. The Blast-O-Matic was developed by King K. Rool's head technician, Snide, after being defeated by Donkey Kong over and over and over again. King K. Rool's Final Smash is a nod to the Game Over screen in Donkey Kong 64, where he fires the Blast-O-Matic directly at Kong Isle, with the exception that the damage in Donkey Kong 64 is implied, and the island is never actually shown being destroyed. Incineroar's Final Smash is Max Malicious Moonsault, more like Max Delicious Moonsault. No? Okay, fine. Max Malicious Moonsault is a Dark-type Z move used by Incineroar in Pokemon Sun and Moon as a follow-up to Darkest Lariat, another one of Incineroar's moves in Smash. When using the Final Smash, you will briefly see the Insinium Z Crystal as it appears in the Gen 7 games. PD Piranha's first appearance was in Super Mario Sunshine as a boss in Bianco Hills. Piranha Plant's final smash is as he appeared in Brawl's Subspace Emissary, where he imprisoned Peach and Zelda in the 2 cages that he's swinging around. That's all we got for this video. That is the origin of every single Final Smash in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you are hyped for this game and you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, subscribe. I am trying to get to 10,000 subs by the end of the year, and I think we can do it. So thank you to everyone who has shown support so far. Make sure you follow me on social media as well. Links in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.